Well, after a scorching hot day, folks, we've come out to freeze. And that's typical Melbourne weather for you. I'm standing in front, or behind, I should say, a little lemon tree. I thought to venture out here to see the area that, as you can tell, I haven't been maintaining. The grass is really tall, still green. We have a motor, and I suppose, well, have a look at that. It's scorched on top from the heat. And you would think that it's protecting the root zone there because it's so tall. It is, but the grass itself is burnt on the tips from the heat that we've had, excessive heat. And as far as the citrus trees are, well, they're holding off pretty well. That's only because the night before the heat wave that we had, I came home because I was working off-site, and I checked my phone to see what temperatures we're going to have, and it was 38 degrees with a high wind. It was going to be a shocking day, and the problem there was that I wasn't going to be home because I left at 5:30 in the morning, and then the whole family also left, so there was absolutely nobody on the property. So I was out here from about 10:30 at night till about 2 in the morning with the hose. Mosquito bites galore, love them. No lights on because we had a full moon, or almost a full moon, and I managed to save these trees. Now, I did turn up on that night to find these cupping. So the leaves are cupping. If you've got a citrus tree that's doing a lot of this and a little bit of this as well, that's the first sign of dehydration. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, Exhibit A. This is a mandarin tree that I think probably I missed or didn't water enough during that evening, and it didn't do too well. It didn't fare too well in the heat wave. You can see yellowing off. Now I have received a lot of emails from people regarding citrus trees. So let's run through some basics. They're fruiting now, they're growing their fruit, so they'll be ripening through the winter period, so they'll need a feed as opposed to your your fruit trees, not your fresh fruit trees, your fruit trees, which are going to go dormant soon. You'll be harvesting. You don't want to give them a top up or a big top up because you'll shock them into a new growth spurt, and that's not what you want. They need to go dormant. If they are really desperate and struggling, give them a very light feed of compost, maybe some superfood, and that's about it. But with citrus, knock them out. They need to be pumped up. They need a liquid feed. I didn't bring anything. I just come out to have an inspection. This is what I'm going to do, probably in the middle of the night because I'm going early again tomorrow. 3AW, by the way. So if you're going to tune in and you're watching this live as we've uploaded it, go to 3AW 693 AM dial to hear me talking with Darren James about citrus trees and everything else in the garden. So I'm going to be gone in the morning all day because we're filming also on site. So we've got a guest coming soon. So this tree is going to need a feed tonight. Liquid feed, compost. I'm not too worried about the grass. A lot of people worry about competition with trees and grass. In the orchard, they're doing fine. They're loving it as long as you're keeping the microbiome active by feeding them well. So the flora in the soil, the fauna, flora, fungi, which one is it? One of those? One of those. Anyway, the microbes in the soil and the composting creatures need a feed. And the grass will get some out of that, so will the tree. But this tree hasn't got enough in the ground. That's what it means. It's competing, yes, because it's malnourished. So I'm going to feed it, liquid feed it, and the cupping will go. So if you're getting cupping, as I started to say earlier, on your trees, that's dehydration. If you're getting yellowing and there's no cupping, that's too much water. It's holding too much water, or it's malnourished as well. So this is thirsty and hungry. That is happy-ish. Only because this is the one we cut down that was dying on us, and we salvaged it, we brought it back to life, and you can do that with your trees. Now, some of you who do send those emails through with your tree yellowing, the first thing I notice is they are very dense in foliage, in branches inside. You need to thin them out, you need to bring the trees back down. If they've defoliated or they're shedding their foliage, cut it back. There's no point having these long bare stems on there. They will eventually die, and if you get any growth, it will be on the far tip if you get it to rejuvenate. So you're better off not getting the growth at the far tip of the branch. This is a small tree, but imagine this branch was up there somewhere and it's all bare. Actually, let me show you one. This is a lime tree, and this is a branch that I don't want. So what I'm going to do is demonstrate what it looks like, and then you can go outside and check your citrus trees and see if they look like this. All right? Yeah, Vasily's hacking into the tree. Look, it's flowering at the tip. I don't want any flowers up there. I want the flowers down below. Here, have a look. This is where the fruit is. Okay, there's fruit here, there's fruit everywhere. Beautiful lime tree. A few leaves have fallen off there. But let's say this is like this. It's dropped all its leaves. I'm sure many of you experience something like that. Do not leave it like that. You don't leave it like that. It'll grow from the tip. It won't burst out from here that easily. It will grow from there first, and grow on, and that'll be just a conduit for moisture to travel up. You want to prune it right back down, or in this case down lower, so that it grows from where you've pruned it, stimulates the new growth. It alleviates the pressure on the root system to keep it hydrated when there are too many branches, hot weather, obviously cold weather today, malnourished and underwatered. It's doing mighty fine. And another thing, where we live in the southwest of Victoria, the region here is not citrus country. It is really not really good for the trees. The only reason they're surviving is because I'm making that little bit of extra effort to bring them to life and keep them alive. So they're a lot slower than anybody else who would have planted a tree at the same time as I have here. But we've been able to succeed to some degree with the growth. As you can see here, that's thirsty. Bugger me. Maybe I should mow the lawn, actually. I'll get out of here. I've got to brush cut this, and I just haven't had time to do that. But again, this is thirsty now. So it got the water. Look at the fruit on it. This is thirsty, and it's going to be hungry very, very soon. You can see as you start pumping water to hydrate it, what you're doing is flushing the nutrients out of the soil. Well, not out of it, but further away, diluting it. And that's okay to hydrate the tree, but you need to have it activated. So a little bit of a brush cut and a top dress with some superfood, black grit, compost is all it needs, or just use our liquid fertilizers. That will do a great job. Just feed it with that every couple of weeks and make sure it's hydrated. Cut the grass if you don't like it, or top dress it with compost as well. So folks, get it out and give them a good water. That's what they need. Otherwise they're going to starve and be thirsty and everything above. And if you're thinking what I was just doing here, and I know you were because you're all like that, I know how you all think, you can do it too, by the way. It's not a bad thing. Just, you know, if you're too scared to go out there on your own, well, do it in a bucket and take it out and water the tree. Not every day, once a fortnight, once a month, that's all you need to do. Feed your trees, water them well, keep them hydrated, citrus trees I'm talking about. And if you're watching this as we've just uploaded, as I mentioned earlier, switch over to 693 AM dial, that's Radio 3AW, with me and Darren doing the weekend gardening. And a couple of more things before we go. The fruit grape press, we're going to give it away on the 29th. You've got up to the 26th to enter. And how do you enter to win it? Is by simply shopping online at vasilisgarden.com, and you'll go straight into the draw, and you'll be announced for the lucky winner will be announced on the 29th of February. So shop online to be in the draw. And for those in South Australia watching, folks, guess what? We're coming to you guys on the 18th of March till the 24th. We're doing a pop-up in Theberton, if I pronounce that correctly, a suburb of South Australia. We'll be doing a pop-up there for 1 week, so you can order online and you'll have it delivered to your place. Well, not to your place, you can come and pick it up from South Australia. So shop online now. The details are on the home page. Read it, get your orders in. We'll bring it up to you. I'll be there myself doing a bit of a tour around and meeting and greeting everybody. So lots of great opportunities, and the planting mix. That's what everybody's been asking for. We haven't been able to ship it out there, so we're going to bring it to you ourselves. So if you want to get your hands on it, order now and be ready to come and collect it next month. Otherwise, give us a call at the radio. From me, Vasily, Baresi.